saw that commercial. So looking forward to football tomorrow. This kind of football weather, is it not? I've got some of the pictures scrolling behind me, and thank you for sending all your pictures in. We're busy turning them around. We'll get them on the air right now for everybody. I know that's DFW. There's the runway. That's why your plane is not taking off. You do not want to land on that runway, nor take off on it. And our weather headlines for today, I mean, you can see this coating. It is a coating of sleet. We've had a couple of snowflakes that fell with it, but now it's primarily sleet and some freezing rain. But either way, temperatures are falling, and the roads, if they're not icy, they are getting icy. In the Metroplex, it's already happened. East of Dallas, it's still in the process of happening. And the worst is still tonight. We do get heavy precip on top of temperatures that you're going to be shocked. It's going to be in like the upper teens, and it's going to be doing its thing outside. That's not a good combination. Everything we've been talking about pretty much has come true. Obviously, timing sometimes is off by an hour or two. Can't be perfect. I mean, I walked in. I woke up this morning. Of course, they all put us up next to the station in a hotel. Came in early at about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like it's 34, 35. What's going on right now? And all of a sudden, 2 hours later, it's 25 degrees. So we dropped in a hurry. And tonight is the concern. A lot of sleet. It'll end as snow in our northern counties, and you'll get an accumulation on top of the sleet, maybe a couple inches. Here in the Metroplex, it is going to be sleet and freezing rain. We hope it's sleet because either one is horrible, but sleet is less horrible. And it should end as maybe a coating of snow on top of it, up to an inch. And then southern counties, I don't see any snow in your forecast. But you can see all the white out here, and it's not all snow. It's sleeted while you were sleeping. It's still sleeting on and off. Some of these temperatures, I mean, that camera in the upper right is frozen solid because it was water, and then it went from the 30s to the mid-20s in a hurry. Notice the bottom right. That is over at Cedar Creek Reservoir, and we're blocking it with some of the crawls and all of the closures. But it's 34 degrees. It's above freezing there, so not everybody is freezing yet. And radar, we color code it. Now, this is not the absolute truth. This is the computer algorithm taking a look at the radar. It combines it with some of the reports from the area and says, okay, let's make it purple because it's sleet. The white, maybe there's a couple of snowflakes mixed in. I take the color coding off, and when you see the yellow, it's going to be sleet because, like hail, which is a little ball of ice, sleet is a tiny little ball of ice. It's smaller than hail, but it does show up as very often as yellow, orange. It's called bright banding on the radar, and this will very often indicate larger particles. So there's some sleet coming down, and looks like it's about to end in Fort Worth, probably sleeting a little bit around Dallas and up towards Roanoke and south of Denton. And there's some sleet around Palestine as well. The best thing I can offer is this round of precipitation. Fortunately, we got most of it was rain overnight, but now it's ice and sleet. There's a break in it. So in another hour or so, this will break up. It's 20 degrees in Fort Worth and 22 at DFW. To be honest, it was warmer than I thought early this morning, and it's now colder than I thought 3 hours later. So we fell hard. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. It's like, here's the Arctic air. Take it. You will like it. You have no choice. 17 at Mineral Wells and 18 at Bridgeport. But Corsicana, Athens, Tyler, even Terrell and Sulphur Springs, the roads are likely just wet. Even if it's sleeting a little bit, the roads are going to be wet until it drops into the 20s. Arctic air has definitely made it here. And the first batch of precip, this is what's going through right now. Look at Little Rock, snowing at 11. It's 9 in Tulsa. And nope, now it's a -1 over at Amarillo. A break is coming. So it's not going to do this all day. It's going to be on and off. I think once we get past the morning and into early afternoon, we'll get at least a couple hours where it doesn't do a ton. The problem here is not only do we have Arctic air, but this is the storm that's caused it all. We watched this for a few days last week. This Pacific storm, as it opens up, basically starts moving. It throws southwest winds on top of the Arctic air. High above the ground, it's in the mid-40s. It's falling as rain, then it freezes either into sleet or into freezing rain, depends on the depth of the cold air. But the depth of the cold air is so deep, we've gotten some lake effect snow because all of that is formed underneath the really warm air aloft. It's been kind of a weird morning, but in general, the next precipitation will be sleet and freezing rain. Notice the expanse of the snow and the freezing rain, though. Winter storm warnings from Texas through the Ohio and Tennessee Valley. Into the northeast and New England. The ice storm warning, which is the worst of the worst, is for East Texas, Louisiana, at this point, parts of Mississippi and Tennessee and even Georgia. Tomorrow, we're 19. Houston's 34. And you notice the cold air all the way. That's called cold air damming, by the way, where the cold air all the way down into Georgia. Highs only in the 20s around D.C., and that's why they're going to have problems there as well. So on and off, this breaks up a little bit this afternoon, but increases in intensity for tonight and into tomorrow morning. And as I mentioned, the air aloft finally will get cold enough between about 4 or 5 in the morning and 8 or 9 when it ends to give us a little period of snow on top of the sleet. Not for everybody. Metroplex north and west, and then it's gone in the afternoon. But there could be lake effect. So the ice totals, East Texas gets the most ice out of that because the temperatures are a little bit warmer aloft. And right now you're sitting closer to the freezing mark. Sleet and snow, we're going to get 2 to 3 inches of sleet. Definitely going to get that. And I know you have a little white outside. The white is mostly sleet, but the thing is we're going to pile it up tonight. You're going to get that 3 inches tomorrow morning by the time you wake up of all the sleet that comes in and even more up to the north and west. So your 7-day forecast just slowly falling in the 20s today. Maybe we'll just sit in the 20s all day at this point. I think we've done most of our falling. It breaks up a bit, picks up tonight. It's out of here early tomorrow morning, maybe 9 o'clock or so. And then once it's gone, it's just cloudy, windy, and cold. There'll be some lake effect snow near area lakes. 8 is a record low Monday morning. Keep dripping the faucets. Monday, we don't get above freezing, even though it's sunny. The roads, some of the roads will improve Monday, but then it'll freeze over quickly at night. Tuesday, we finally get up above freezing enough that I think we'll see improvement across the area. It doesn't get warm this week, and it may get colder again by the end of the week. Little wintry mix. Doesn't look like a lot, Chip.